Hey, Brian from Garage Wall Hall. Today I have a VEVOR rotating shoe holder tree tower. So let's open this up, see everything that we get inside, put it together, see how it looks. And for some reason, I have more shoes than my wife. I know, crazy. But I have like all sorts of different work boots, shoes, and I just need a place to store all these things. So believe it or not, this is actually for me, not them. However, we'll see how that works out. But anyway, I mean, I have boots for like welding. I have boots that I just use for working on cars. I have shoes just for hiking and going out in the public, dress shoes, dress boots, you name it, I kind of have it. So, and then give you an idea, that's what the inside of the box looks like. And I think I'm going to destroy this box to get this out because this seems a little difficult to get out on its own. Okay. And if you're going to move this into your bedroom, closet, downstairs closet, wherever you have, I would definitely say this is probably like a team lift. So make sure that you have like your significant other there to help you, just because it's a little awkward to carry on your own. And there's a lot of foam. My goodness. Feels strange. Like that's a weird texture to it. And then there's still more. These are some of the bigger flat pieces. There are a bunch of the round pieces. Okay. There's a lot of stages to this. And I think this is, yep, okay. So that is your base, already pre-assembled, pretty cool. I'll kind of give you what that looks like. Okay, so directions. Let me get this up, open and towards you. That is your user manual, and you can tell how tall that is. I'm sure you saw it in the description. Those are all the pieces laid out. And then, so it's just kind of like put together, rinse, repeat, and then you just kind of build the tower from there. Okay, so looks like, let's start with this base. I'll get some of these pieces out of the way so I can kind of keep things centered for you. Okay, so it looks like that is going to be the base. And then we are going to put in parts B and B, which I assume are these. Kind of put it in like that. So it goes like that. All right, so that's the VEVOR logo down there at the bottom. And I guess it does have some different pieces to it. So kind of give you an idea. So sandwich down like that. They push down into that groove. And then see how it doesn't have those little bottom cutouts on it. These two basically don't have that cutout at all. So that's going to be your first piece. Okay, now we're going to flip this over. And then basically you have spots for 4 screws. You'll see the holes that are in there. All right, again, I'm going to cheat with a powered screwdriver. just to make the process go a little bit easier. And then we'll open the screw bag open. And then I have a little magnetic tray that I'm going to utilize just to hold my screws all in one spot. And then we'll just get those set up like that. And they go in really easy, so make sure that you don't torque them too much. Kind of like when they get to a point and stop drilling or stop screwing. And so far, it's easy. Okay, so that's drilled nice and together, so you can see those screws in there. Okay, next you're going to get these pieces. They're kind of like fence pieces, I guess you want to call them. And then you just line them up like so. I guess they're set up a little bit different, so we can flip them around, make them fit better. Okay, so they kind of fit in a certain way, you'll kind of see, but you want to make sure that you get that nice and squared in like that. And then this is the bottom. So you want to get those little cutouts line up with this. Kind of sandwich that all in there together like that. Then you have your foot pads. So we'll strategically put them in the corners. And I'm just going to put these 4, but you can put more on there if you like. And it looks like it's got some spots for some screws. Pretty cool design. Okay, so let's flip this up like that. And then it's got some more screws around here, so let's put that together so it all stays in one piece. And that is with the screws on each corner, so that's pretty well set. So I think that's going to be your top piece. So we'll put that off onto the side. And then all the levels have these corresponding holes, so they're kind of like alternating. So let's see if we can't line that up the right way. I guess we're kind of just like looking at these tabs, seeing how they kind of fit as we go around. Okay, and make sure that's symmetrical. Okay. Okay, so we got this level on. Okay, so the next level gets kind of confusing. So we're going to be looking for this configuration here. And again, as long as you keep getting it centered. And that's the next piece. And it's just kind of a little confusing lining the tab holes up to everything. But I think that's how you're going to start looking. All right, last but not least is your top. Okay, so I have this set up in my daughter's room since I assume she eventually is going to be taking this over. But I just kind of wanted to show you how this works. And to give you an idea, I have a size 11 shoe and boot. So this easily fits those. You can probably even put a little bit larger shoes. And I put my high 8-inch work boots here on top, just to kind of give you an idea. So, and then these are some of my 6-inch boots that I have on these various levels here. So you can see that. Then I have like my hiking shoes. And then I have some of my water shoes here on the bottom of this rack. But this thing is absolutely phenomenal. And you can tell how many shoes and boots I actually have on this. And there's still a lot of room. So what an awesome shoe display tree. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching and be safe out there.